The Glass House is rated M for a mature audience. It contains sex references, adult themes, and material that may offend some viewers.
Ahead in the Glass House, Tony Abbott calls the kettle black.
One of the problems with the New South Wales Liberal Party is big flapping ears and big wagging tongues.
Prince Harry's birthday. Be upstanding for the 21 bong salute. Welcome to the Glass House, the program that asks the question, if Russell Crowe has to do community service after his court appearance tomorrow, do you think it'll involve throwing phones at underprivileged children? More news than a Prime Minister in mourning this week, but one of the big stories comes from the US, where George W. Bush's mother, Barbara, has been doing her bit for hurricane relief. After visiting an evacuation shelter in Texas, Babs said many of the people who'd lost everything in New Orleans were better off because they were underprivileged anyway, so this is working very well for them. It's wonderful. I was just telling George Sr. I'd kill for a waterfront property. But Katrina's done that for us. But it's not true. Mrs. Bush doesn't understand suffering. Look at who she married and who she raised. Unfortunately, things got worse when Barbara referred to the homeless by saying they've got rhythm. Who could ask for anything more? Another genius spreading the good word is this bloke, Sheikh Mohammed Omran. In the latest edition of his Melbourne newspaper, Omran says the US, not Al-Qaeda, was behind September 11, despite the fact Osama himself has admitted it. When this was pointed out to the Sheikh, he said he was not aware of bin Laden's comments. Not aware of bin Laden's comments. The guy has a better publicity machine than J-Lo. What exactly does the head of the world's best-funded, most radical Muslim organisation have to do to get the Sheikh's attention? Personally shove the videotape up his ass? Still in Victoria, state politicians have been banned from calling each other liars in Parliament. But they'll still be able to call each other politician, which means the same thing. Those who do call another MP a liar will be asked to rephrase the accusation or risk being ejected. They're installing the ejector seat as we speak. So now the words lying or lie have been banned. It's an addition to the current parliamentary ban on words and phrases like sorry. And I think we've had enough peppermint schnapps for one night, Mr. Brogden.
Automotive news, BMW will. A Melbourne University researcher wants to develop a satellite navigation system for cars that gives directions like a human. You know, wrong. Of course, if it's going to give correct directions, it's going to have to be a female human as well. Sisterhood. Dr. Stephen Winter wants a system that uses landmarks, not just distances like a GPS. People don't give directions by saying left 400 metres, right 50 metres, right 150 metres, unless it's Rain Man. Project's already been partially funded by Telstra. That's great. A navigation consultant will be in your car sometime between 7 and 5. You will wait. Dr. Winter is now working on a prototype for visitors to next year's Commonwealth Games, and the Immigration Department is developing a similar navigation system where a friendly voice tells tourists, turn left at the big desert thingy and you should see a sign that says Port Hedland.
Thank you!
Oh, yeah. I'm relieved this week, relieved. Because the Australian government has detained and probably will deport an American peace activist. Yes, they got this guy before he bores us to death. Now, his friends aren't happy. He said that all he's done in Australia is basically do some street theatre. Street performer, he's lucky he hasn't been beheaded. Honestly, they're not happy, but maybe fair enough, I don't know. He got nabbed after he did not turn up for an interview with ASIO. Well, he's a hippie, he probably slept in, you know? The thing is, he's not happy because Philip Ruddock hasn't even told him why he is a threat. And Ruddock said it's not within the Australian national interest to tell him, and we don't know. But, seriously, though, I'll tell you why this man's a threat. There was a protest in his honour the other day where there was over 50 people with gaffer tape over their mouths. This guy's breeding merlins! Get him out! Get him out! Go! Bye! See ya!
All right, let's get to it. Joining me, Corinne and Dave, to throw some stones in the glass house tonight, one of Australia's funniest blokes, Carl Barron! And author of the latest bestseller, The New Black, the editor-in-chief, Mia Freedman! All right, movers and shakers. First up, a health and beauty spa in Beverly Hills, California, is offering a new anti-aging treatment for the rich and famous, the Caviar Facial. Imagine lying on your back in a cool, dark room, having a few ounces of fish eggs smeared on your face with a spatula. You'd feel like a drunk Russian with an eating disorder. And it does work, although it makes you feel disturbingly like a biscuit. If you can't afford it, just order a pizza, hold everything but the anchovies and say, don't bother about a box, I'll wear it home. But the whole notion of fish on your head to look good is old news. In Adelaide, it's called a mullet. Mia, you're a natural beauty. Fancy a caviar facial?
Can't think of anything worse. I hate beauty treatments and I hate beauty salons.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
Wow.
I do. Hate facials, hate massages. They make me very tense and anxious.
Really?
Massages make you tense.
They do.
Don't you like to be touched?
Well, it just makes me want to go and check my emails or SMS someone, and then they, you know, talk in that soft voice, and then I never know when they say, now, you just get yourself ready and I'll just be back in a second. And I never remember, am I meant to take my undies off? Am I not meant to take my undies off?
That is embarrassing.
And
What
I
about when
think-
they have the paper undies? I had to put on paper undies once. I did.
No, the paper
I was
undies are bad.
for a massage, put on paper undies and they split. And I'm like...
How did you split paper
Well,
undies?
they didn't have my size, obviously.
Oh, now you're just showing off.
Was that a massage or a bucks party?
There's somewhere you go there. I don't know where it is, but go and they have paper undies.
See, I love massages because it's the only time in your life where you get to turn up and sit down with someone and legitimately complain about all your aches and pains.
Do you like it when they talk to you while they're giving
While
you the
they're
treatment?
massaging?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, I like to lie there and dribble and fall asleep.
But I get really tense about falling asleep. I don't know why.
Really?
Why?
I don't know.
You need a
I think I'm
What about a home massage? Would you let your partner massage you?
Yeah.
Oh,
that'd be
OK,
all
so
right.
that's all right. So you're
Yeah,
not
no,
completely
it's
against the
not- and
touching.
also
Well, clearly
because
you're pregnant, so
when
you mustn't be
when-
against it.
Obviously, the paper undies came off that night.
The only time I get tense during a massage is if occasionally where you get too relaxed and you know you're like you're on your stomach. No, it's
What exactly, Dave?
Well,
Tell
you know
us
what?
more.
Where you get woody and
The paper undies.
the paper undies. That's where they no. But then and they say just turn over now, and you go no. I'd rather just stay here.
Is that what you say? Because I've always wondered what blokes do when they say turnover.
Just say focus more on my back.
Amanda Vanstone.
The weirdest thing when you go into these places is the people who work in there that don't blink. Hello.
It is, it's like a cult, isn't it?
Yeah.
I always, when they say, do you have any tension in your body?
Yeah.
Muscular pain and stuff like that. I always quickly scan and I can't find any. If some days I can't find any, I feel a bit guilty and I make one up. Go on my lower back. There's always something going on in my lower back, you know? Hello.
When you have a massage yourself, do you prefer if a bloke or a chick does it?
No brainer. It's bad getting a wood with a chick, but when you get wood with a bloke...
Corinne, what about you?
I prefer a girl to do it. But I like them to go hard. I like a really, really hard...
Really? Tell us more, Corinne. But please don't ask me to turn over.
I don't like the ones where they pretty much just shifting your skin around. I like them to, like, get in there and use their elbows and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like that.
Have you had Reiki?
Yeah,
I had Reiki once and they
What
just...
does that mean?
They go like this.
They just put their hands on you for like 10 minutes
Oh, they touch you sometimes.
and I was lying there and my eyes were closed and I felt her hair on my face and it was coming down further. And because my eyes were shut, and I just thought she was going to kiss me. And I thought, I'll kiss her. But then I opened my eyes and she was nodding off.
Our next movers and shakers are Australia's 180,000 security guards and bouncers who will be first to respond in an emergency under the government's new anti-terror laws. It's not such a stretch. Our immigration officials already act like door bitches. Still, bouncers, what are they proposing? A terrorist dress code? Look, mate, the explosives are fine, but I can't let you in with those sandals. The bouncers will administer first aid, evacuate areas and cordon off crime scenes, although naturally they'll be letting in the ladies. Dave, you love this sunburnt country. What do you think of the new anti-terror laws?
I'm not happy about them. We don't need more laws. I reckon have no speed limits. Let's go for it.
You just...
Did you just say, like, ask one question and just see something completely else?
Yeah.
What's your favourite colour? Banana, apple, pineapple?
No, but what, if you think about it, I was trying to be deep. I was being abstract in my answer. I was saying, that we're over-governed is what I'm saying.
Right.
So, that's what I'm saying is relax.
Right.
Floor it. Don't worry about the red light. Go straight through.
I was in Melbourne a couple of days ago when, you know, that video came out and the guy said, and the next terrorist target's going to be Los Angeles and Melbourne. Yeah. And I'm in Melbourne, and then everyone's going, it's going to be Melbourne, and every newscaster's going, it's going to be Melbourne. Then I came up to Sydney that evening, and the newsreaders were going, and apparently it's going to be Melbourne. It was just like Sydney people going, what? We've got an opera house, we've got a harbour bridge, what else do we have to do?
Seriously, I live in Sydney and people are really upset. But they're like, Sydney people are starting to give away where the terrorists are. They're going, look, there's no one minding the opera house between 5 and 11. Come on! Gary's got the key, come on!
So, as a proud Melburnian, I'm happy to, come on, bring it on, We have a lot of big events down there and I think that, we shouldn't be overlooked and...
When I hear things like that, I just think, they're going to do this and... I sort of go, oh, yeah. I just never really think it's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, probably, who knows, but I just... Oh, righto.
Part of me goes, you know what? I hope they get me. I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
I don't know what world you people are living in. It's making me very nervous because I don't think our government knows what they're doing. When we're arresting, locking children up in detention centres and arresting peace protesters, I don't think they quite understand what a terrorist is. I really don't think they get it. The terrorists are the bad guys with bombs and stuff, not a guy out the front doing a bit of mime.
I don't even know what the new laws are. And I can't say that. No. Yeah, I sort of switch off a little bit.
Just wait till you get the fine in the mail.
Wait till I'm face down in a cell. I'm not allowed to make any phone calls.
Well, do you worry about this? Because, I know that's a different area of journalism, but, one of the things is that, journalists might have to, give up sources in stories and all things like that. Do you worry about,
I think the sealed section is under threat.
You're still in charge of... You're still in charge of Cosmo, aren't you, yeah?
50 ways for giving good head. Where did you get that information?
I'm not telling you.
Where did you get it?
I'll go to jail before I reveal that information.
We've only counted 47. Where are the other 3?
The seal section. The seal section, like the seal section, you know, you go to a bookstore these days and all the books are in plastic bags.
Yeah.
You can't. Do you still try and read a little bit?
No!
Has it got anything to do with what we're talking about?
I buy a lot of magazines wrapped in plastic down in Melbourne,
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
It's very rainy in Melbourne. You need protection for your magazines.
Are you taking those into the massage parlour with you, Dave? Is this why you get the erection problems?
No, I wouldn't need them at a massage parlour.
Right. Of course you wouldn't.
Touch is enough for me.
Right. I get the feeling that just looking at you sideways is enough for you.
And you're pretty much front on now, aren't you?
Our favourite mover and shaker this week is a guy by the name of Neil Strauss, who's written a book for men called The Game, about how to be a successful PUA, or pick-up artist. The book reveals acronyms and jargon used by PUAs. When it comes to competition, there's the AMOG, or the alpha male of the group, and also the AAOG, annoying arsehole of the group. Men are advised not to target lone women, but to approach a mixed group with the help of a friend who acts as a wingman. The wingman can also be accompanied by a tit or leg man who'll probably have more success because very few women have wings. The man should start by addressing the alpha male with a prepared opener, like, can you help us settle an argument? This will work as long as the argument isn't, which of us looks like they haven't had sex for a really long time? Carl, you're a smooth operator. What's your pick-up technique?
Not really. I think I haven't got one. I just thought... I thought back when I was 20, a couple years ago. I never used to go up to people and go, hello.
No, see, that's not working. I've immediately got my back up.
OK, well... All right, how you going?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh.
Yeah.
So...
No. You start off all right. You start off all right, but it's coming in with the creepy eyes.
But one thing I did when I was 19 or 20, we were going out one night and I found a jar of jam on the way out, so I stuck it in my pocket. And then I went to a nightclub and instead of going over going, g'day, do you want a drink? I just was walking up to girls going, you want some jam? Then they'd say, what are you talking about? And I go, yeah. And then I'd walk off. That's the sort of stuff I used to do.
And did it work for you?
Well, every now and then. I mean, I didn't do it all the time. Well, I had a ruler one night. I was measuring people's noses.
Well,
I was young.
sure.
I think that would have given you much better cut-through than the guys who would be like, so, you here with friends? Or when guys come up to you and go, you here by yourself when you're with other girlfriends?
Yeah, yeah.
Hate that.
You're here by yourself. What time are you
Yeah.
walking to your car?
Seriously, I don't think there's enough men out there who really do have a crack. The men go out and
that's
they
true.
don't
Yeah,
approach...
that's true.
I'm talking to a lot
But
of women who
they've
go
got
out
to
and
do
they
it like
never-
they're
men don't
normal
talk to them.
human beings, not, hello, or I've got jam. That's not...
21.
Oh, God.
I was lonely, I was confused, I was drunk. I was drunk, did I say that bit?
Oh, that's all right, because that's going to confuse you the next morning. You wake up, gee, my pants are sticky.
Oh, I found it.
Can I go back to... The
yes.
problem as a man, though, is like when you go out and you are single and you are desperate, and I have been there, trust me, and it takes all your courage that you've got in your whole being to go to talk to a girl.
Yeah.
And if you do
We
it...
understand that. I
Yeah,
think
but
most of us do.
if she burns you, you're just shattered. But it can take you
So what's a
years
nice
to get
way?
over it.
What's a nice way to say
Years?
thanks, but
You just say,
No.
just have a chat for a minute, you know?
Yeah.
Don't just look at me and go,
You can always, I reckon, trying the hero approach is a good one. If
What's
a girl
that?
looks like she's talking to a guy that's really annoying her, go over and save her.
yeah, but that's a big call.
and then you get into a fight.
Yeah, and you
Oh,
might
no,
be even
just sort of
more
move
annoying
over
than
and
that
just
guy. How are you going to know?
And this girl just goes home going, it was just one after another. One after another.
What if you got one of your friends to pretend like they were going to stab them, and then you
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That is foolproof.
Oh, and jam's stupid.
Later in the glass house, the National Party is offered a handful of magic beans for its telephone network.
We'll take the deal.
Alexander Downer responds to criticism he's out of the country too much.
I haven't had any complaints in my electorate.
And George W. Bush fears he's left part of his brain at the bottom of New Orleans.
This recovery will take a long time.
According to a paper recently published in the British Journal of Psychology, men are more intelligent than women by about 5 IQ points. And the smarter you are, the more likely it is you're a man. So to prove it once and for all, we're proud to present the official Glasshouse IQ test. First question. Johnny has 1 apple. Susie has 2 apples. How does Johnny get his hands on Susie's apples? Corinne.
I think Johnny needs to take her out to dinner first. I don't think you're getting your hands on those apples. See, this is where you need to learn. You can't just go, "Hi, Susie, can I have a go?" Really, there has to be a step in between first.
Carl, how would you get the apples?
Ask her where she bought them. Go down and get some.
Mia?
I'd suggest cooking something for her with them. Like a pie.
Jam.
Or jam.
Apple jam.
Dave?
What would I do?
Yeah.
I'd beat her up for being greedy.
All right, I'm scoring that one to the blokes. Next question. Name something that hurts. Corinne.
Russell Crowe.
Carl.
When you're vacuuming and you press that button that makes the cord go up really quick and it kind of gets this big... and it hits you... and the thing.
That's good. That does hurt. Mia?
When you're curling your eyelashes and you get a little bit of eyelid caught. And then you squeeze really hard before you realise.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man, that happened to me when I was curling my pubes.
Why don't you just not curl them? I've never looked at a girl and go, "Ooh, curly eyelashes."
That's a good point. Dave?
Something that hurts.
Yep.
The Australian cricket team, and so they should, the weak dogs.
I'm scoring that one to the blokes as well. Next question. If I was to seduce you, what should I do? Dave?
Just do exactly what you're doing, it's working.
OK, it was me giving Dave the massage. Corinne, if I was to seduce you, what should I do?
Is it really you, or can it just be a hypothetical you?
No, it's really me.
It's really you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Put some shoes and socks on.
Carl, if I was to seduce you, what should I do? Bring some toast for the jam.
That was it. That was it. I don't know. That was the only answer I thought of, but I don't know what to do. Just anything.
Mia?
Ooh.
Unstack the dishwasher.
Really?
The more men do housework, apparently, the more sex they get.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow, that's cool. What if you pay a cleaner? Do you still...
Yes, it's time to award the Coveted Glass House Trophy, which this week is called... And the winner of the Rolf Harris Memorial NADS removal system is an Australian man who left organisers of the World Testicle Cooking Championships in Serbia hanging after claiming he was our leading kangaroo nut cook, then failing to show up. Sadly, the whole thing was a prank. The contest official who ordered the kangaroo testicles got the sack and promptly made it into a nice purse. So the trophy goes to the great scrote hoaxer, Nigel Bevan. Of course we don't eat kangaroo testicles in Australia. We give them to Margaret Pomerantz to wear as earrings. Well, that's the way it is for Wednesday, September the 14th. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Carl. And let's take a look at tomorrow's headlines. From the Wall Street Journal, Bush announces inquiry into New Orleans disaster. I'm going to call it Watergate. The Herald Tribune claims French man creates beer from fermented milk. Now you really can get it milking a cow. The Illawarra Mercury reports US peace activists to be deported, being active considered un-American. And according to The Age, government to give Telstra $2 billion. Howard promises to stop texting warning. Good night.